Well, absolutely beautiful, beautiful morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Max. As you can see, it is chilly. I'm wearing my typical bibs and this wonderful long sleeve shirt that is so warm. I feel like I wear this every video. I think I wore it every video last year, but it is so warm and comfortable. So we're actually, getting ready to go. So we're actually going to be moving sheep and pigs before we go. I'm looking for my tripod that I can't find. So I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see me doing the fence. But anyways, what we'll do, you hear the pigs. They're ready to move, ready to eat. But anyways, we've got one spot we left open just for the girls and the piglets so they don't have to move as far. Then we'll move the boys on the opposite side of themselves. And then what they'll do is start making their way all the way back through the forest, going all the way back over to the other side where the fence started. And that's how we do. We move them. The babies, as of 2 weeks, they will be going to their new homes. We have spoken to one of the new owners, and they'll actually be picking up as soon as we get back, which will be the week before Thanksgiving. And the other ones are going to get cut around that time. So we're going to be able to give them to their new owners too. So we're excited about that. New transitions as we maneuver piglets off the farm. Probably maneuvering these two girls to process, and then putting Peppa back with George at the start of December. So good rotations taking place. Exciting always. This time of year is just beautiful to me. The sunset and sunrise over the pretty fields now. So I'm glad to see some grass start actually growing up right there. And we'll be moving cows on that probably in about a month. So that is awesome. I'm excited compared to where it used to be and what it is now. Very, very excited. So right quick, let's go ahead and move the pig nets. Then we'll work on the sheep nets. And then we're going to get ready to go and pack up so me and Miss Mac can get Christmas done. At our other cabin, we got an air conditioner getting installed up there. So that's really why we're going. Aiden's going to stay back. The kids are going to stay back with some relatives of ours. And Aiden's going to take care of the farm because he is awesome. Got the boys net up. This is a prime example of what's so important about moving pigs. The wisest thing, I've moved them. We've moved pigs for years. And are probably a good year and a half with this style moving. We had them in permanent before that, but the best way to do it is when we've tried it where we've moved them, overfeed and move a net. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. These nets are the cheapest Premier One nets you can buy, the hog nets. They're $120. They may be a little bit more now because pandemic and whatever else, but it's better for you to invest in double the amount of nets you need to make your pig moves easier, especially when you talk about piglets or younger pigs. Now, these pigs are not young anymore. They're good on moving. They understand, but it's so easy now to literally just open that one up. They went right into this one. There's no moving nets real quick. It makes it easy. We got this one set. All we literally do is relieve them with the food bucket. It takes less than probably 10 seconds. And then you can maneuver everything off and just hook their charger straight up. So if I challenge you to do anything, we have 3 sets of pig nets. We have 3 nets basically for the pigs as of now. So I have 6 nets. So that way we can maneuver them and it makes it so much easier on yourself. Do that. It's worth the stress-free situation to invest in. If you're putting them in 1 hog net, buy 2. If you put them in 2 hog nets, buy 4. It's worth the investment. It's the cheapest nets you can buy. They're cheaper than all the chicken nets and all that stuff. So like I said, do that because you won't have a heart attack. It makes it a lot easier. So I challenge you to do that. All right, nets are done. These 2 for the girls. That one over there for the boys. Aiden's supposed to come out and we'll do it together. But first, next, let's go ahead and get the sheep net up. Words of wisdom with sheep. Here are sheep, of course. You see, they still have good grass. There's nothing wrong with the grass they're on. It's still about 4 inches and still a lot of it hadn't been ate. But I'm gonna put them on this grass right here and make a bigger field, bigger paddock for them because, again, with us not being able to move them within a 5-day period, they're used to moving every other day. Now, to keep your sheep, if you have sheep and you're wanting to not have to worm them and not let them get wormy like goats and have to medicate, this is how you do it. You got to move them when you think you don't need to. If we leave them on that, within 3 to 4 days, remember, dropping manure load everywhere. I mean, you look just 3 weeks ago, I don't know if you can tell, that grass right there is phenomenal. It's already grown back probably 3 inches, 4 inches. This is where some hay was, because we had a kind of a dirt spot that didn't do well. So we put some hay down to help grow it better. But you can see where they've been, and you've already got grass growing back here. Now, what that means is we're putting great fertilizer loads from them, their manure, down. And so they don't need to be grazing on that all the time. Unlike cow, I mean, sheep are dropping it everywhere, which is awesome for fertilization, but could cause some worm issues. So the main thing is this: when you think it's not ready to move, you need to move them, because it's better to be proactive and preventative than reactive to a situation where you're having to worm them. So this grass is absolutely gorgeous. Now here's one more thing: it's got a lot of dew on the ground, a lot of moisture right here. Don't move your sheep early, especially with a lot of dew on the ground. Remember, when you talk about barber pearl worms and other worms and other issues and parasites that they can get, remember, when the water comes up on the tips of the grass, that's when the worms come up on the tips of the grass. Now this grass hadn't had anything grazed on it, so it should be okay. But if you're putting them on a new spot, I would always say move them in the afternoons, or especially after the sun comes up, and get some of that moisture off that grass. Also, being a ruminant animal, it's not really good for them to have that much moisture going in their system, because they're going to go in there and graze heavy because it's fresh new grass. So I challenge you, let the sun hit it first, because this is a shady spot. So let the sun hit it first. If they've been grazing it in the last 4 to 6 weeks, I'd even let it come through the afternoon, let some of that dew definitely come off the ground. And that way you're moving them when they've already ate a good bit, so they're not going to come in there and gorge themselves out. So just a little words of wisdom on the sheep. Well, sheep are completely moved. It's amazing. Do you remember the little white building we tore down over here? All the bramble and junk around there is what they're eating. They're leaving all this choice grass for last. But, you know, as they're eating that, they're dropping fertilization right there where there's no grass. We're going to come back and put heavy hay there after they get off this area, and that helps just kind of put some grass right there. We've got an old satellite dish or something right here we got to tear down, and there's some kind of other little pole in there. So by them getting in there and working it, they're eating all the junk, but ultimately it's allowing us to have some fertilization to plant a little grass right there. All right, pigs are moved. Daddy-O's the hardest one, or not Daddy-O, George is the hardest one, just because he don't want to abide. We have a dingling pig that wants to be a dingling. These girls are looking good though. Also, this is what we learned too. We always make sure their paddock have trees in it, so we can strap their waterer to it. That way they can't dump it over. When it's full, they sure can't dump it. But he loves to scratch, especially the boys. He loves to scratch his back on it. And if it's a little empty, he can dump it over, then the rest of the water's gone. Then we're out here filling more up. So by strapping it to those trees, they can't dump it. And that helps, again, just make the process of not spending so much time out here easier. All right, again on preventative and proactive treatment. We've got, you see the suds, we fill up a brand new cleaned up waterer. We've got some basic H. We buy 5-gallon buckets and basically put it in. The H2, we've used H2 before, but the more we use it, it seems like the basic H does better. And then apple cider vinegar, make sure it's got the raw, organic, natural with the mother, and we put that in the water too. We do that for all our animals at the first of the month. Every animal, from chickens to chickens, to turkeys, to ducks, to sheep, to pig, to cattle, everything. And we also have been putting a regimen of using probios. It's just a probiotic that we've been putting in all their little feed, just mixing a little bit here and there. Not a lot, especially in our dairy we are, and in our lambs. Not as much on our beef cattle and our anything else, but we do a little bit, not a lot. So we've got to put a little in the water in the beef cattle. That's right. And we give minerals, of course. So this time of year, it's just grass stops. We are going to be moving them on the fresh pastures with fresh grass rotation. However, right now, because we're going to be leaving, I don't want anything in temporary fencing while we're gone, because that's more stress for Aiden to have to worry about. All the animals stay where they're supposed to be.
Enjoying your morning break?
I am. Kind of felt weird not milking this morning, and I get to watch Andy Griffith, so you can't beat that.
So it's a little different for us. We're kind of out of our comfort zone in a lot of ways, aren't we? Mm-hmm. Kid free.
That's crazy.
Watching TV.
Really crazy.
Sleeping in.
Well, I slept in like 5:30.
Yeah, but that's not like getting up and milking.
I know, it's been crazy. So I checked on Aiden this morning. Him and my dad, they got milking done. So let's see.
So they sent us a picture this morning that was so cute. I said, that is such good memory. So here's the picture we woke up to this morning. So that's the first time for Colby to not be out there with now just Allie.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Well, she calved last November, so at least a year.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
So, and we have not gone anywhere by ourselves in at least...
Gosh, don't tell how long.
Since before I got pregnant with Jennings, and he's 2.5. So it was before that, and then I was pregnant for 9 months. So it's been a really long time. We feel super, super weird not having the farm responsibilities and kid responsibilities.
Well, we've got to get back on the road. So.
We do. And we're super excited. We're going to be so close to some friends, some homesteading friends. So we're going to make a beeline trip up and see a special guest.
We can't say who it is.
I'm not going to say who it is.
Can't say who it is.
Special guest. So we haven't seen them in a year either. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be super close to them. So we're going to just go up and say hey. And right now we're going to go pick them up a happy because they have a new home. And we're going to pick them up a happy. So we're going to get on the road and go shopping. That's always fun. And pick up a housewarming gift for them as a happy because they have made a huge transition and are in a new place, in a new house. That's a big change, isn't it? On a new farm. And we're excited to be able to go see them.
Well, let's go. We got to get out of here. Bags are packed and ready to go. All right, so we got to the cabin and we're busy. So we had the guys here for the AC units. You see we have decorated the tree. And so Mommy and me cleaned up a little bit, just, you know how it is. And also we just forgot to say, you know what, we need to film something. So
we did not pull out the camera at all yesterday. We had a good time. We got to do a few other things too, but we got here and we got busy and kind of got to work and forgot to show y'all anything.
So now we've got the tree done. Fireplace was on. It's not on for effect right now. I'm sorry about that. So.
Well, it's warming up out there. So
the AC guys are going to finish up the project they had to finish up here. And now we get to go see some friends in Kentucky. Take them a little housewarming gift and spend some little time with them.
Here we go. Surprise!
All right, so we got to hang out with two awesome people.
Super awesome.
That's right. He's got one cool hat on too.
So. Yeah, you'll see it.
Just for the
That's right. I have two hats, Hoss and Max.
Yeah.
Hey,
today was a Max day.
Great property, man. We enjoyed looking at everything and really enjoy seeing the pigs. I want the cuckoos. I really do. So.
Go ahead.
Everything is so beautiful here, y'all. Cameras can't do justice, and we are so excited for them. They have such an amazing new journey that they're going to be going on, and we are so excited.
They actually have fall here too, and
we got some leaves changing. Well, I think we peaked about a weekend or two ago.
Ours go from green to just brown.
Yeah, falling off.
Well, we really enjoyed y'all being here. It's awesome. We were just talking about how without celebrations and different harvest stuff, we haven't got to see anybody.
That's right.
And we just have to do it in person at the houses.
Absolutely. It was great seeing y'all's place. It looks great.
Thank you.
And we're super excited for y'all.
Well, thank you.
We made it back, y'all. Had a good time.
It's a good supper tonight.
It is. The peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with an apple chips and some.
We usually bring our kombucha everywhere, and we forgot it this time.
Oh, I didn't forget it. I made a batch.
Our children.
Yeah, and I wanted to really leave it for them to drink because I was like, I don't know where we're gonna be, what we're gonna do. So we went in the store. I was like, oh, there's some kombucha. Let's get some more of that.
And we don't have these kind of stores, so we got all these nice health food chips.
Yeah, it will be good. It's something different. I mean, when you're on the road, there's only so much you can eat out. So
Yeah, we're not eat out people. So we had a great time with just meeting Stivers, hanging out with them again, and just seeing them. Well, we've met them tons of times, but
just
being with
able
friends.
to experience the beginning of their new journey. It's super cool. We really appreciate them opening up and letting us come in to visit them. I mean, it's been a wild 3 weeks for them, so for them to just be able to pause, we really appreciate that.
They have a beautiful place. Thank y'all again for allowing us to do that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and God bless.
Happy homesteading, y'all.
Happy homesteading, y'all.